Welcome everybody to Scott Cooks. Tonight we're going to use our Ninja Foodi to make a little rotini pasta vegetable salad. This is going to be fantastic. And we're also going to do some bratwurst on the sear and sizzle. This is going to be a great meal. Stay tuned. I'll go over the ingredients with you. Our ingredients are 1 pound of, I'm going to use rotini. You can use any short pasta, anything that's fairly short. Cherry tomatoes. Your favorite peppers. I'll be using a red and a yellow. Got a cauliflower. We got some broccoli. We got some mayo. I'll be using some black olives. And I'll be using this Italian dressing as well. We're also, of course, going to use our Himalayan pink salt, black pepper, garlic for our salt and pepper. Let's go ahead and get this started. In your Ninja Foodi, add 2 cups of water. Go ahead and dump your pasta directly into your Foodi pot. Put it all in there. And here's a little pro tip for you. Put a little fat in there, a little fat or a little oil. You can put a tablespoon of butter. I'm just going to drop a little oil in the top. And this adds a little bit of flavor, but mostly we're doing this to keep it from foaming out of our pressure lid, out of the release. If not, you'll get a foamy foam in the water and it'll just spray all over your kitchen and make a mess. Okay, now we're going to have to do a little math. And this is very simple. Take your recommended time, the least amount. See mine, 9 to 12. So I'm going to take 9. We're going to cut that in half. And then we're going to subtract by 2. And that's going to give us our total time. Now you can just round it up. You don't have to get precise here. So I'm just going to say 5 to make it easy. And I'm going to subtract 2, which gives us 3. We're going to pressure cook for 3 minutes and we will have absolutely perfect pasta. Power up. I've not found a pasta yet where that recipe does not work. So, well, obviously we need to put our pressure lid on. Okay guys, pressure lid on, seal set, pressure on, high, and 3 minutes. And no natural pressure release. When you hit the 3-minute mark, get it out, get it in a colander, and cool your pasta. Very important or you're going to overcook it. While our pasta's cooking, it's time to do a little prep work. And everything we're going to do here, I'm just not going to repeat it over and over, but everything we're going to do here is in bite-sized pieces. This is a pasta salad. You want to get a piece of this in your mouth. You don't want a huge, giant chunk of broccoli like this. So we're going to cut this stuff into bite-sized pieces. Now you guys can change this around any way you want. But I'm going to be doing a cup or cup and a half of each item. And I'll go through them all with you. So we're going to start with a cup or so, maybe a cup and a half of bite-sized broccoli, just like that. Okay. Now, I don't really need to measure this, but if you want to measure it, help yourself. This is all to taste, how much you want of one thing, how much you want of the other thing. You get it. But do make it bite-sized. Don't make your people that are eating this have to work for it. They just want to pick it up and eat it. Make sure you got cut all the way through. You don't want a big old piece in there for somebody. And we'll do these other 2 florets, and it's going to be about a cup and a half there. Can always add more, can always add less. Okay, we're going to do exactly the same with our cauliflower. So try to get you some florets off of there. I got a whole head here, so I got to break it down a little bit. And we'll just take a nice piece off the side and just get it into bite-sized pieces. I like to just lay it out real quick, make sure that it really is in bite-sized pieces before I throw it in. Looks pretty good. And now the next we're going to do a couple of these peppers. You can do a green and a red, all green, all red, you know, whatever you guys want. I haven't prepped these, so I'm just going to do them real fast for you. There's a couple ways to do these. I'm just going to take the shortcut way here. Just like that. Okay. Get those little seeds out. That pepper's ready for cutting. Make sure you get the seeds off the knife. Okay, we want to do about a half a cup of each of the peppers. But again, that's up to you. That's just what I'm going to do. I'm actually going to end up with a little more than a half a cup because I cut a big chunk off of there. And that's fine with me. I love peppers. In fact, I'm going to eat this one right now. Oh my gosh. It's like eating candy. And if you just heard that beep, that was our pasta. The 3 minutes is up. I'll turn your camera over real fast, and we got to release that pressure right now. Try to use a knife or a spoon or something so you don't get burned on that. All right, as soon as that pressure releases and our button is down, we are going to go back to we're going to pull those out and get them straight to the refrigerator, to the colander in the sink, run cold water, and stop the cooking. And the last little bit of prep we're going to do is we're going to take some cherry tomatoes and slice them in half. Just use as much as you want. Half a cup or so would be great. And you can slice them lengthwise. You can slice them any way you guys feel like slicing. I'm going to do mine lengthwise like that, just so they look a little nice. Sometimes the presentation is nice. That's where we are so far. And to finish it off, I purchased some black olives that are already sliced, so I don't have to fool with them. I'm going to make that part optional. I know some people don't like them. Some people do like them. I'll put about that much in. If nothing else, it's good for color. It looks nice. All right, the last step will be the mayonnaise and Italian dressing. Now this is very, very important, and I'll repeat this and I'll put it in the description. You've got to let the pasta cool before you put in the mayonnaise, or you're just going to melt the mayonnaise and it won't be creamy. It's just going to be a messy goo. Anyway, we'll get to that in just a second. I've got mine over in the sink cooling now. While we're waiting on our pasta to cool, again, no mayonnaise until that stuff is cool. We can go ahead and get a half of cup of Italian dressing in, your favorite. You can see mine here, it's really thick, which is why we like this particular one. And we'll give that a good stir, and I'm going to show you that one more time. And my spoon has magically appeared. We were going to just give this a good toss. And of course we're going to add the pasta and the mayonnaise. Then we're going to refrigerate it. And while we're letting it sit in the refrigerator, we're going to start up our sear and sizzle and cook us some bratwurst to go on the side. That way we can have something healthy and some meat. Just take the stand from your crisping basket that came with your Foodi and flip it upside down. Go ahead and drop it into the pot. This is the sear and sizzle from a company called GrillGrate. You can check the description box for links to that stuff, and you can cook on either side. We'll be cooking on the top so we can get those grill marks on our bratwurst. Close your lid, power up. Now, we're going to set it here to 10 minutes, but time is not very relevant on this one. Just make sure you check them. We're going to be flipping and checking. Back over to our pasta. It's finally cool, so we're going to go ahead and add it to the vegetables. Give it a quick stir. And we're going to start to incorporate some of that mayonnaise. Put about half of it in. And just lightly toss it. Mix it all in there really good. Just kind of take your spoon down to the bottom and pull everything from the bottom to the top, like that. And let's go ahead and get the rest of that mayo in there. Now this is where I like to add my seasoning, whatever I'm going to put in. I like to do it near the end. And of course you see what we're going to use there. Again, check the description box. There's a link if you can't find this in your store. I am adding a fair amount. I want a lot of flavor in this. And again, mix that all up real good. Get the rest of that mayo and the seasoning mixed in. Wow, doesn't that look good? And there it is. Make sure you pop this in the fridge and refrigerate it while we're cooking the brats. Alright guys, as soon as your sear and sizzle is fully preheated, we're going to get these beautiful looking bratwursts in. Look at these things. And you're going to hear them sizzle. That is why they call it a sear and sizzle. Anyway, you want to get that lid down as fast as you can. Keep it on broil. And the time kind of is irrelevant at this point. I just set mine to 20 minutes right there. You just want to keep them cooking at this stage in the game. Just keep an eye on them. Don't really worry about the time. Just put the time more than you would need. Anyway, I'll bring you back in a minute. We'll check some temperatures and we'll do a little flipping. It's been about 6 minutes. Let's take a look and see how we're doing. Oh, look at these beautiful brown edges. It's time to flip them over and we'll do a little temperature check as well. Just roll them right over. Make sure we're getting everything going the other way. And as you roll, make sure you look. You can see the brown on the bottom as well. That's from that sear and sizzle. It's just how it works. And I think you may even be able to hear that sizzle. I'm going to leave the lid open too much. Let's go ahead and get a temperature. I know they're not ready, but let's get a quick test here. Not sure if you guys can see that, but I'm looking about 140. We need about at least 165 to be safe. Anyway, lid down. Foodi back in action. Well, there you have it, guys. Nice, hot, juicy bratwurst right off of the sear and sizzle in the Ninja Foodi. A rotini pasta vegetable salad with the pasta cooked in the Ninja Foodi. Everything looks amazing. Let's give it a little taste test. Let's go ahead and give this a taste, guys. Let's start with that pasta salad. Look at that. Make sure you check the description. I'll have all the ingredients and everything in there for you. Let's give it a taste. You're missing out. You need to make this. Make this tonight. Let's get a little of that bratwurst. Hot, juicy, crispy edges. Everything you want in a sausage right there. Here we go. Oh, hot. Hot. Oh man, guys. Hell. Whew. Okay. 1 second. I want to thank everybody for watching. I hope you enjoyed that video. Hope you guys give this a try in your foodie. It is absolutely amazing. It's very simple to make. You're going to have leftover vegetables. You can roast them for another meal. So you're going to get a lot of food out of this. And everyone's going to enjoy it. Please hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel. Leave me comments. Share the video. And I will see you soon on the next video.